Welcome to this career discussion with Dr. Adi. We have this career talk that we used to have, and now I have moved it to mostly evenings, and oftentimes my evening is not conducive for people who are in other parts of the world. So we've had some complaints from people from the UK, from people from Nigeria, say, hey, doctor, you're not addressing us about careers. So I've said this afternoon, we want to talk to you people about their careers. There are some recent developments that are also very good for you to know. So I want to talk about that. So I'll talk about the recent development first before we dive into job search mastery. Thank you for joining today. So I want to talk about a few developments that happened recently. A few weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, the Canadian government announced that if you are in Canada on a visitor's visa and you got a job, you can convert your visitor visa status to work permit. This is a very sweet and very good development. So if you are in the UK, you have asked Dr. Adi, I want to move to Canada. What do I do? I think you should go and get a visitor's visa. A lot of you have talked to me who are living in the UK, who are living in the UAE, who are living outside of Nigeria, even who are living in Nigeria, and you are doing well. And you're thinking, I want to move to Canada, and what is the pathway? I think a good pathway right now is to get a visitor's visa and work with somebody like me, a career coach, so that we can make sure that on that your visitor visa, before you even come to Canada, we are looking for a job for you. With the different strategies that I have used to help thousands of people get jobs, I believe you can get a job in Canada, and we can convert your visitor's visa status to work visa status. So I'm repeating it. The Canadian government announced, hey, please call our neighbors, other people that need to hear about this, please call them to comment. The Canadian government announced recently, 2 weeks ago or so, that if you're on visitor's visa, if you get a job, you can stay back in Canada and convert your status to work visa. This is an excellent opportunity for people who wants to move to Canada. So you don't have to stay in the express entry pool until Jesus comes anymore. So you can look and say, let me hustle for Canadian visitor's visa. It is easier for people who are outside of Nigeria. Why? Because you have proven yourself that you will not run away. You are in the UK. You're based in the UK. That already showed them that you are not running away because you are living legally in a country. You are in the UAE. You are in Qatar. You are living legally in those countries. So if you say, I want to go to Canada, they will give you the visitor's visa. Once they give you the visitor visa, even before you get the visitor visa, let's start to work together so that we can find out what is the best career path that you can work in Canada. Let's have an understanding of the market. Let's get your resume set, and let's look at those places where, you can get jobs. With my job search strategies, there is no way you're not getting interviews. As you start to get interviews, I'll work with you to make sure you can kill that interview, and hopefully you can get a job. Once you get a job, we go and convert your visa status situation to we'll go and convert your visitor's visa situation to work visa. I think this is a fantastic opportunity, especially for a lot of people. I coach a lot of people. People will come to me and say, Doctor, I want to move from the UK. I came here for school. I've gotten here. I don't like it here. I want to come to Canada. If you're in such a situation, this is your chance. Go get a visitor visa to come to Canada. Let's work together to get you a job. So that's the first development. Now, some of you are going to be moving to Canada for school. Your admission is in May. You are coming to Canada to come to school in May. If you are in that category, there is also the Canadian government announced that you can work full-time as a student. You can work full-time as a student in Canada right now. So if you're a student, you can get a full-time job. What does that mean? You can get a professional job. Before now, you can only work 20 hours per week. That means you cannot get a white-collar job. So you are limited to doing blue-collar job, which means different job like customer service and all of that. That is what you can do as a student. Now that you can work full-time, then you can get a very good job. I just finished speaking to somebody on my program who is a student in Saskatoon. And this person is making very, very good money because he works full-time, right? So as a student, if you're coming to Canada in May, you're coming in September, you need to already have an understanding of what is the right career path for me. How do I get a job? And we can already even start to look at jobs for you before you land, so that by the time you are landing, you have a job. or you are about to get a job, or at least you're in the process, it is important for you to know right now that this is the first time that Canada is doing this. Canada has, when I was in school, you can only work for 20 hours. Until last year, Canada has never done this. This is the first time that they are opening the floodgates and saying students can work full time. What does that mean for you as a student? If you work for 1 year, let's say your program is 1 year. Let's say you're coming to Canada to do a 1 year program. That means after 1 year, you have to apply for post-study work permit, and then you have to work for 1 year before you can qualify for permanent residency under the Canadian Experience class. Now, if what you have is 1 year work permit because you did a 1 year program, 1 year is not enough for you to find a job, get a job, have 1 year experience, now apply for permanent residence under Canadian Experience class. The process might take another 4 months or 5 months. You don't have enough time. You don't have that, right? So it is better for us, for people like you are coming for 1 year program or even 2 year program, let's get you a job now. When we'll get you a job now, when you are starting your program, you are starting a full-time job. If you get a job now, so you can work for 1 year while you are in school. By the time you are 1 year on that school, we want to make sure you already have 1 year experience or 9 months experience, so that by the time you clock 1 year of working in Canada, you can apply for your permanent residency under the Canadian Experience class. This is it. This is it. This is an excellent path. I mean, this is awesome. Why? Because while you are in school, you can be gathering the work experience that Canada requires of you for you to apply for permanent residency. This is fantastic news. You don't have to wait until you graduate and get a work permit anymore. Your work permit and your student permit, they are the same. So if you are thinking, how will I pay my second year? Where will I get money for? Oh, let us be getting you a job right now before you even enter in May or September. Let's be working together so we understand how to get you a job. Because I want you to have that job, not only because I want you to make money, but because I want you to acquire the work experience that is required for you to get what? To get your permanent residency. If you're coming for a 1 year program, it is a must do for you. You must do it. You need to get help to position so you can get a job like as soon as you can, so that it will be very easy for you to gather your 1 year work experience, and then you can apply for your permanent residency under the Canadian Experience class. Now, when we're talking about jobs, and I've seen a lot of our people, they'll come to Canada, they'll come and be doing customer service job. Those type of job you cannot choose to apply for permanent residency. All right? So let's try to get you a good job. Why do you need a good job? With a good job, you get good money. You deserve the good money. Maybe you want to wear Fendi. Let's get you want to buy a house. Let's get you a good job. You have work experience from where you are coming from. You have education from where we are coming from. All the things you have, we can use it to land you a good job. So there is no reason why we are not actually working together to get you a good job. Yes, you are coming back to school, but is it that you have not gone to school before? That's not the case. What you have right now that you're bringing to Canada, we can maximize it to get you very good job. After this, I'm going to share one of our testimonials. One of my clients, a new immigrant in Canada. I started working with her last year. She ran away. She did one session with me. She ran away. January 2nd, she showed up on my clinic. Dr. Adi, it's me. Oh, I've come back. Oh, yes, I know I ran away the first time. I'm ready. I'm serious. It's New Year. She showed up on the 2nd. On Sunday, she wrote to me. She has landed her first job in Canada. She has landed a job that will pay her $120,000. She has never worked in Canada. She's a new immigrant from Nigeria. Why can't we do that for you? Even if you're a student, you think we can't do that for you? We can do that for you. How many of these testimonials have you seen on my page? New immigrants, students, new immigrants, we're getting them job. Your own is not going to be different. So I'm advocating, I'm telling you right now that if you're thinking, okay, I'm coming for school, I want to change that mentality to, I'm coming for school, but I will get a job. I want to get a job while I'm starting school. I want to get a job, a full-time job, so I can be working and going to school. I want to work full-time because I need a 1 year work experience to get my permanent residency. Also, if I work for 6 months, 7 months, I can buy my first house. Who says you cannot buy a house as a student? I got my permanent residency as a student. In the year, the time when we came Canada, before, before, they have PhD stream. So when I was in school, I got my permanent residency. I could already go and work full-time as a student because I had permanent residency. I told my people, I said, this opportunity that we can get visitors visa to use it to get people job. I want to make testimonials out of Africans. This one that Africans will come to school, they will be looking haggard. We need to check. Now they can get jobs. Let's get all these people that are in school. Let's get all of them good jobs. I want to see them be buying houses because you can. It is important to know that you yourself, you are a testimony waiting to happen. And you can't just sit down and do like this and say, hey, yeah, you know, you have to know there is no excuse at this point. Oh, it's because I'm old, get visitor visa. It's because I'm old. Let's find you postgraduate certificate program or postgraduate diploma. On landing, let's get you a job. On landing, we can get you a job on landing now. What exactly? Oh yeah, I've been sitting in the pool. Who sent you to? Let's find you a school that can empower to give you student loan. Get the student loan, knowing fully well we get you a job on landing. You will pay back that student loan. Because hey, if we get you $100,000, $80,000, $90,000 job while you're going to school, you pay back that student loan. You can. Everything in life takes strategy. Instead of sitting in the pool for 2 years and praying and fasting, let's look at visitors visa route, school route to get you to Canada. Canada today is the best country in the world to come to as a student. It's the best school. Why is it the best country? Because of these opportunities. Students are not allowed to work full-time in every part of the world. You can't work full-time. You can work 20 hours. Canada has opened that floodgate for students who work full-time. And in a lot of countries, when I lived in Canada, in Finland, you cannot get a professional job. You will be getting cleaning job and nonsense. With Canada, you can get professional job. And with help of people like me, you can land 6-figure jobs. Nobody is not a cap. If you go to the UK, you cannot work full-time as a student. You work 20 hours. What does that mean? You'll be doing care job. You'll be doing care job there. For Canada, you don't need to do care job because we can get you a full-time white-collar job as anything you want. I will work with you to find out what is it that we should get you. Right now, Canada remains the best country to come to as a student. You get your paper faster because if you work for 1 year, you apply for your permanent residency under the Canadian experience class. Then you get your papers, you get your permanent residency, boom, like that. Yes, I'm not saying you have to come to Canada because I can apply, under my program, I can help you get admission in the US, in the UK, in Australia, in Highland, in different places. I went to school in Finland. I'm very objective if I tell you Canada is the place to come to right now because the laws favor us. You don't have to be panicking. Will I get my papers? Do I need an employer? Will they give me a job? That's not the case. You will get a job. Doctor, we will fix you up. All right, so why are we talking about this? Because they asked me to talk about strategies to be able to, job search strategies. And I believe job search have to start with some thought as to people who are thinking, I want to jackpot, I want to leave, I want to come here. How do we want to help them? We are talking about Canada right now. Everything has a way around it. This is the way around getting into Canada and getting a life. There's a way. You are in Europe. You are looking at Dr. Adi and saying, I want to leave Finland. I want to leave Norway. I want to get visitors visa. I want to leave Ireland. Get the visitor visa. Get with me. Let us get a job in Canada. I want to leave Poland. I want to leave Bugwe. All of those European countries that all of you are saying you want to come to Canada, get the visitor. They will give all of you visitor visa because you already live abroad. Now you work with me, we get you a job in Canada. You don't do. You know they go. Once you get a job, you work for 1 year in Canada, you will apply for your permanent residency under the Canadian experience class. There is a portal for application. If you are looking for jobs that will file papers for you, the Canadian government has a portal for people like you to be able to look for job. In fact, I will do a video on how to find job. I think I will teach it at the boot camp. I won't do a video. I'll teach it at the boot camp. How do I find job as an immigrant, as somebody, a foreigner? I'm in another country. I'm looking for a job. I will do a video. This is how you look for the job. I will teach that at the boot camp. Outsiders. You're an outsider. You are looking for Canadian job that doesn't require work visa. I will show you. Government say we will give you the work permit. Dr. Adi, I already said there is $150 boot camp. We can't have any other reduction from, it's $500 program. Everybody say, it's a little expensive. Now we compress it into a 2-day boot camp. That 2-day boot camp will cover everything. How do I find the job? How do I know what is the right job for me? What is the right job for me? I will teach you how to find out what the right job for you is. I will teach you where to find the job. I'll teach you how to position your resume. I'll teach you job application strategies. I will teach you how to interview for the job so they are not lowballing you. I will teach you first 90 days on the job. What do you do on the job so nobody can fire you? If you have ever come to my boot camp, you die there. That boot camp, until I slash your head into two, put knowledge, nobody they go. You will get value beyond that $150. Why am I doing this? Because it's important for us. I lived in Finland for 4.5 years. I wanted a way out. 4.5 years, I was doing cleaning job. 4.5 years, I was feeling like I was nothing. I lived in a country where I felt like I don't belong here for 4.5 years. If there was this opportunity to get Canadian visitor visa and come to Canada to get a job, I would do it. We didn't have that opportunity. So I was stuck there for 4.5 years until I got scholarship to come to Canada. Now, they have opened this floodgate. If you are in the UK, you are feeling stuck, you are feeling like you don't want to be here. You are in Nigeria, you are thinking they didn't pick my candidate, I need to leave. But this express entry, my age is to, get visitor visa. Let's get you diploma. Let's get you postgraduate certificate. As you enter job, they enter. We have to. I'm saying this because my bootcamp, we've had hundreds of testimonials, jobs dropping. This career competitiveness bootcamp, we only do it 3 times a year. 3 times. This is the first time we're doing it this year. And I'm doing it specifically for all those people I want to run away. Now, I'm also doing it specifically for students. If you are a student, you are in university right now, you are asking yourself, what am I going to do with these things that I'm studying? Dr. Adi says student can get a job. Please, so I need a job. I need a job when I'm done with my program. I'm in the UK, I need a job when I'm done. A job that will file paper for me. Look, one of my mentees, Bibian, I'm bringing her next week. When Bibian, they go UK from Nigeria, she's a lawyer from Nigeria. She went ahead to the UK to study artificial intelligence. When she entered UK, 2 weeks later, I just saw that she showed up in my meeting room. Bibian, how far? She said, doctor, I've paid. You need to teach me, how do I get a job when I'm done with this master's? Bibian is about to be done. She has gotten 3 job offers. 3 excellent job offers. She is a lawyer that converted into being a data scientist. No background in tech. With all the strategy of this mentorship program, she has gotten 3 job offers. She has announced it on Facebook. You need to see her Facebook post. Everybody, they dance. She has gotten 3 jobs. She has not finished her master's. While you are a student and you are thinking it is a resting phase, going to school is not a resting phase. It is a strategizing phase. You stay as a student to strategize for your future. From the second week she landed in the UK, she was already strategizing, how will I make sure I put my best foot forward? So before I finish, I'll get a job. I'll get a good job that can file papers for me. Before finishing, she's gotten 3 jobs. What is it going to be for you as a student? Do you want to stay there and say I'm resting? Or do you want to learn the strategy to be able to land the jobs before you're done? I shared a testimonial last weekend. One of my mentees who I actually work with to get a full scholarship in Canada. She came to Canada on full scholarship. I shared last Saturday, she has gotten a job with Maple Leaf. Maple Leaf Canada is like the biggest food company in Canada. She has gotten a job as an automation engineer with a salary of $100,000 starting. She has not finished her program. She's going to finish in April. A job is waiting for her. What is it going to be for you? Do you want to be those type of examples? In the US here, I can share multiple stories. One of my mentees who came from Nigeria with statistics background, we got her a job in NVIDIA, solutions architect, $240,000 starting salary, straight out of school, $240K. What is it going to be for you? You think this is not possible for you? This is not miracle. People from different countries, there is testimonies about how good these programs are. Now, we're doing a boot camp because if you want the one-on-one with Dr. Adi, you want me as your accountability partner, buy the $500 program. You can afford it. You are buying Gucci school shoes. You are going to eat out. You are going to do all these things. Invest in your own career. Or you can say, okay, let me go to the boot camp and just get all of the things I need in the boot camp. Well, I'm going to start to apply for a job. And when you get to negotiation phase, you can come and book 1 hour with Dr. Adi and say, Dr. Adi, don't let me not negotiate properly. I don't want to leave money on the table. I'll work with you. We get you the money. They'll give you your papers. Everybody will be happy if you are in the UK. The US too, they'll give you your papers. The person that I was saying has got $240,000 salary with NVIDIA. We got 3 of us. We got Facebook, we got IBM, we got NVIDIA. We chose NVIDIA because they were going to file papers for her and they said she can work remotely. So we chose that. I'm sharing this here because sometimes immigrants, we feel like, we don't feel like we can achieve more. We don't feel like that. And I'm saying this because you can achieve a whole lot. Now let's talk about, if you have questions for me, please feel free to drop it. We want to talk about a few things that happens to immigrants when they move to a new country. As an immigrant, when you move to a new country, the first thing that could set in is you feeling inferior, imposter syndrome. You feel like, oh my God, I'm now in the abroad. These people are not, they're better than me. In your head, you already believe they're better than you. But it's not because they're better than you. When you move to a new country, there is first of all cultural shift. That cultural shift makes us, because this is an unfamiliar terrain. This culture is different from ours. Now we have to navigate this system, the work politics, how to get a job here. What do they need? It's a new country on its own. It comes with its own challenges. Now, a lot of new immigrants who have immigrated from Africa, now we land abroad. Immediately after landing, they're still dealing with cultural shift. Now they want to cross to tech. You want to abandon your 10 years of experience, your 5 years of experience, the education you have. You want to go in another direction. You are not going, if this is what you've done in Ghana, you are not trying to find a career path that is close. They will go and find a career path that is like this. Is like off. You are dealing with issues of migrating to another country. Now you want to add on top of that another career path that is off completely. That is change of career path. Now you want to cross to tech. You have never been in tech. That is, you want to change industry. You want to change career path. You've just changed country. That is 3 layers of issues. When you have 3 layers of issues to move, getting a job is hard because there is so much to deal with. If you're here, you're wondering, why am I not landing that business analyst job? Some of you come to Canada, all these Instagram advertisements about becoming a business analyst. The people that are advertising to you cross from accounting to business analyst. That's a very close career path. That is from here to here. Now they are telling you that you can cross from chemistry to business analyst. That is a shift from here to here. You too go and follow them like mumu. Your own career path is way off. There is a career path that you can do with your background that is like this, a little bit of shift. It will make you money. Before this talk, I was talking to someone. His background is in solutions architect. That's what he did in Nigeria, solutions architect. That's his last job. He did it for 10 years. He came to Canada. He started seeing cybersecurity training, cybersecurity. Now, he has started collecting certifications for cybersecurity. If you go online right now, You look at the number of cybersecurity jobs available in Canada is less than $1,000, less than 1,000 jobs. Now let me look at the number of solutions architect jobs available on the market. It's 3,381. It's right in front of me on my computer. He wants to change from a career path that has more jobs to cybersecurity because of the Instagram advertisement that is seeing that you can change to cybersecurity, come and do cybersecurity. Now he wants to abandon his own career path that has more jobs on the market to go somewhere else. I am warning us as immigrants. It's not easy to change career, to change industry, to change country together. That is too much complexity. And sometimes the career path you are in is actually holy grail. It has money. Or we can do a little shift. With a little shift, we will shift you a bit. And we will you will be able to leverage all the transferable skills. You will be able to leverage everything you've done, your work experience, your education. You'll be able to leverage it. You don't have to move to a career path that is way off. You know what happens when you move? They will teach you some of those things. They will not ask you to lie on your resume. You will not lie. You will still not get the job. You know why you will not get the job? Because during interview, they can sense that you haven't done this for too long. I am a process leader. I've done process engineering for years. I have a PhD in process engineering. If you are in my front and I'm asking you process questions and they just taught you this, it's not like you've been doing it, I will know that you are new. There is no reason trying to cross career path to something that is way off. Let me give you an example. So let's say somebody is moving to Canada. They were working in a bank. In the bank, they have done customer service representative in a bank for 8 years. Now they move to Canada. They are seeing all these ads. Bro, yeah, come and be a business analyst. Oh, yeah, come and be a business analyst. You, in me, self, that I'm not a business analyst. When I turn here, I see their ads. When I talk, I'm like, how far? Is this how much they are bombarding our people? You don't need experience. Come and be a business analyst. It's everywhere. Do you know that in this part of the world, what you were doing in the Nigerian bank that they call customer service representative, in this part of the world is called customer success manager. That is the same job, different title. Now, if you put customer service representative on your resume, and that is the job you are looking for in Canada, you will land a job that will pay you peanut. Why? In Nigeria, to get a customer service representative job in a bank, you need minimum of a bachelor's degree because that is not a play job. In Canada, a customer service representative job, you need a WAEC. You need WAEC. So you can see that customer service representative job in Canada is not the same as Nigeria. Then when we probe further, the people who are doing customer service representative job in Nigeria, what do? I realize they are doing the work of customer success managers. So the title they are calling you in Nigeria is wrong. That is not your right title in the abroad. That's not the title for you. Your right title is customer success manager. As a customer success manager, you know how much you will make? $80,000 to $120,000. Do you need to change your career? You don't. You just need a career coach like me to help you understand what you did back home. What is it called here? What can we use it to get for you here? Instead of running from Scrum Master training to Salesforce training to business analyst training, what you have done in Nigeria could already get you 6 figures. It could already get you 6 figures if you get with a career coach who looks at it for you and say, hey, there was a misrepresentation. What they called you in Nigeria is not what they call you here. This is what we should call you here because that is what you have done. Once we change that title, jobs enter. When they ask you questions in an interview, because that is what you've done for 8 years, you can speak to it. You can speak to it very, very well because you will know it. Yes, you may need to add a few skill sets because maybe the tools they use in Canada or the US for this role is different from what you use back home. You can learn that. But you don't need to go and change career to, you go. Let me give you another example. You know, back home in Nigeria, I've had my mates that we went to school, we did engineering together. They got a job, they were calling them field service technician, or they were calling them field service technician engineer, or something like that. In this part of the world, if you are called a technician, it means that you have a 2-year diploma, that you don't have a degree. When I probe further to see, what do you do? What's your job like? When they tell me their job, I realize they're doing the jobs of facility engineer or field service engineer. They're actually engineers. But in Nigeria, they were called technician. Now, if you come abroad and you call yourself a field service technician, you will be getting hourly paid job. People reach out to you. They will want to pay you low. So the first problem when we're looking at translating an immigrant's credentials to their new country is to understand what you have done in your home country. What is it equal to in your new country? Before you start the job search, we need to understand what you have done in your home country. What is it equal to in your new country? That is the first place to start from. Because if you keep the same title, the same everything, and you are looking for a job, you may be leaving a lot of money on the table. You may be calling yourself wrong title because your own country's methods, way of analyzing what they call people is different. So the first step for job search is to understand, what have I done before? Another thing, a company may hire you for one thing. They use you for 500 things. They hire you for customer service representative. They are using you as an operation manager. They are using you as a project manager. They are using you for 3 roles in one. They are paying you the salary of a customer service representative, but they are using you for other roles. You are definitely doing the job of a project manager as an operation manager. Tomorrow you want to look for a job. You should be able to claim that you have experience in project management because you did project management. You should be able to claim that you have experience in operation management because they use you for that. What does that mean? When you're looking for a job, you shouldn't just limit yourself to customer service because you actually did multiple roles on that job. Why am I saying this to you? Because I am seeing that instead of people maximizing their previous education and experience, they are trying to go into another career path. And they have a lot in their portfolio. They have some good careers in their portfolio. For example, a lot of Nigerians have done project management related work alongside what they were doing in their career. When I ask them, I'll list the branches of project management for them and ask them, have you done this? Did you do this? And I will realize they've done everything. So on that job, they're actually working as a project manager alongside something else that they were doing. On the market today in Canada, project management is one of the jobs that has a lot of jobs on the market. Let me tell you the number of jobs on the market for project manager. Project manager for Canada today, there are 13,968 jobs on the market. Let's look at business analyst jobs on the market. Business analyst job. There are 5,187 jobs on the market for business analysts. Now, some of you are here. You are trying to go and take business analyst course that has 3 times less the job of a project manager. Let's look at an operation manager. Operation manager. On the market today, there are 8,348 jobs for operation manager. You've done operation manager job in Nigeria. Now, somebody wants to sell you a business analyst course. There are more jobs on the market for you as an operation manager than there is as a business analyst. Why are you going to follow to business analyst? Who sent you follow? Because I'm sitting here, I just want to give you some of the reasons why you're not getting jobs. Yes, you have gone to take CBAP certification. You have gone to do that. There are no jobs on the market for the thing they are all making noise. Come and do. There is less amount of job. Now you want to leave the career path you have done for 10 years to go and lie on your resume that you're a business analyst and there are no jobs. Who are you? I'm saying this because the people that wants to sell you course, they will tell you that is what you should do. They have not seen your resume. They have not evaluated your credentials. They are not, you two, you are not checking. It's their job. You just, they follow. Today is the day you stop to do follow that is not important. And this is why I tell people, you need to get with a career coach first. Get with a career coach. Let's analyze for you. What should you do? Like I said, no, I wish I can share my screen. Let's see what I can do here. So my last client that I talked to before this meeting, let's see whether we can. I want to pull ChatGPT up. I want to use ChatGPT to analyze somebody's resume for us here as we are on here. ChatGPT. And I want you to see. So what I was explaining to you, I'm about to put a resume in ChatGPT. This person was an HR person from back home when the person came to the abroad, and this person was told. So because somebody asked me about HR, that's why I'm using this resume. This person was told that, oh, you should go and become a business analyst. You should go and become a business analyst. So she has taken business analysis course. And then she came on the mentorship program and asked me, Dr. Adi, what type of career can I get into? I've gone on a business analysis class, but I don't know if I am right. Now, I want to turn my video. I want to show you when I use ChatGPT, ordinary ChatGPT, to analyze that person's resume. I want you to see what type of job that person can get. So I put this person's resume in ChatGPT, and ChatGPT said this person can work as a human resource coordinator. And this person's resume is ready by 95%. So this person has a very high chance of getting a job as a human resource coordinator. This person can also do HR project manager. So this person can do a project manager job. Our resume is ready by 90%. This resume can do a lot of HR job, but this person can do other things too. So why am I showing you this? This person didn't even want to do anything related to this anymore. And this person didn't know that she can do a project management job. This person went ahead and was already on a business analyst course something. She already went and wasted money on business analyst stuff. She's done all those business analyst stuff, only for her to come back and say, Doctor, I'm not getting interviews. And then I asked her to give me her resume. She gave me that resume. By the time we put it in and we saw what she can do, so she asked me, how come nobody told me I could do a project manager job before now? I want to show you another resume, another one. So this, my client, is working as a project manager. And he thinks he's a project manager. And then I got his resume and said, all right, I believe you said you're a project manager. Let's see what, and I gave him 3 career paths that I feel like his resume qualified for. And he was telling me, Doctor, I like the career paths, but at work, I'm a project manager. I will see maybe I can cross to this new career path. He is not seeing himself as that. Now, I want to show you when I put his resume on, and ordinary, I asked ChatGPT to tell me what can he do. ChatGPT told me this person can actually do the job of a machine learning specialist. Why am I showing you this holy grail, right? I'm a career coach. On my own, sometimes ChatGPT will give you some career paths that I'm not comfortable with. Because I'm a digital transformation leader, I can already tell you, I don't want you to use that career. I don't want you to go in that direction. These are my top 3 for you. There is more money, there is more opportunities. Yes, you may not be ready for the market, but I want you to go and do your skill mapping. Because I'm showing you this because I don't want you to have it in mind that you have to leave your career path. What you have in hand today, there are multiple opportunities for you. You can graduate as a computer scientist. As a computer scientist, you can venture into multiple career paths. You can become a software developer. You can become a data scientist. You can become an IoT expert. You can become a blockchain specialist. You can graduate from school today as a mechanical engineer. From mechanical engineering, you can go into multiple career paths: aerospace engineering, design engineering, mechanical engineering, manufacturing engineering, facility engineering, with one career path. But all of these career paths are closer to where you are starting from. It is important for you to know that there are close career paths in your proximity that can make you money. There are close career paths in your proximity that you can use your education and your work experience and get a 6-figure job. You don't have to jump from your career path to 7 feet high to another career path that is way irrelevant. People are trying to sell their courses. For that reason, they tell you, come and change to mine. They are not telling you that there are no jobs on the market. They are not telling you, look, what I did for jobs on the market, you too can do it. Before you go and take one course, before somebody is trying to sell you cybersecurity certification, is that in close proximity with what you studied? I want you guys to think through this. And the questions I have for you is, what is it going to be for you? Are you going to stay in that one career path, or do you want to know, what are my options? I don't want you to just use ChatGPT. ChatGPT is going to predict based on your resume. I'm going to predict based on what you tell me. Yes, I could use ChatGPT to give us some ideas, and then I can tell you, is that a good idea for the country you are in or not? Because the country you are in also factor into these things. There are certain countries where some career paths are not lucrative. You guys probably know my story. I'm a Canadian. I went to school, I did biomedical engineering. There are no biomedical engineering jobs in Canada. There are very few jobs. It's hard to get. If I put my resume in ChatGPT, it's going to tell you that I am ready for biomedical engineering job by 99%. Is there a job in my home country? There is not a lot of job. Are there other career paths that have jobs? Yes. So that is why you still need a career coach to help you through this process. Why did I decide to do this publicly? I wanted you to understand that first, there are new opportunities for Canada, for other places, but Canada is the best country for you to come to right now. If you're looking for a job, you're looking to settle down, you're looking for your papers, because they open the floodgates. For people who just joined, welcome. In the beginning, I had shared that Canada has a new rule. As a visitor, when you come to Canada, you can now get a job and convert your visitor's visa to work visa, which means you can now stay in Canada. If you now work for 1 year, you can apply for your permanent residency under the Canadian Experience class. So I am telling everybody, if you are in other parts of the world, apart from Nigeria, or you are in Africa, anywhere, Nigeria, whatever, and you are thinking, I want to move to Canada, but the express entry pool is too saturated, you can get a visitor's visa. A lot of people who are in the UK, who are in the EU, contacts me to ask, Doctor, how do you get me out of here to Canada? Let's get you the visitor's visa, then come work with me so that we get you a job in Canada so you don't have to go back to your home country. And once you work on that job for 1 year, we apply for your permanent residency for you. That pathway is clear now. It has been declared 2 weeks ago. There is also a similar pathway for students. If you come to Canada, now as a student, you can work full-time. Because you can work full-time, we can get you $100,000 work job or something. Whatever job you want. I have worked with students who got $170,000 because they have tons of experience from back home. So all the experience you're bringing to the table, we will use it from day one to get you a 6-figure job. You're going to school, you'll be working full-time. You do the same together so that you will have 1 year work experience while still in school. So you can get your permanent residency in your second year if you're doing a 2-year program. If you're doing a 1-year program, by the time you're finishing that 1 year, you already have maybe 9 months or 10 months work experience. By the time you get your work permit, you already have 1 year work experience, which is needed for you to be able to apply for your permanent residency. It is important for you to know this is not a period that I want to go and Google everything. I have put together a boot camp. In that boot camp, I'll teach you how to find the right career for you. I'll teach you how to really understand for Canada, where can I get a job as a visitor? Where can I get a job? I'll teach you that. As a student, we will help you through, the things you need to know. How job application strategies. How do I position myself through LinkedIn? How do I edit my resume so that my resume becomes magnetic? Wherever I put my resume, oh yeah, they are going to call me. If I have an interview, how do I position properly for the interview so I can win the job? And how do I negotiate my salary? The boot camp, we are taking just 200 people. It is on the 25th and 26th of March. If you miss that boot camp, you will pay. The career coaching is being revamped. During the boot camp, the new phase of the career coaching program is going to be launched. The new price for the career coaching is $1,200. If you don't buy your career coaching plan now and you don't come to this boot camp, by next month, you go pay $1,200. I'm not going to look your face. You want this job? It's subsidized for you right now. $150 in Naira is 114,000 Naira. You can go to a restaurant and eat for 60,000, for 50,000. You still carry somebody, go lunch. Put some investment into yourself. 114,000 Naira. $150 USD. If you live in the UK, this is probably £100. If you live in the EU, this is probably 110 euros. This is the best investment you would do for yourself. My aim for every immigrant. When I was in corporate, I dropped out of corporate last year. I wanted to work for myself. 5 years ago, or 7 years ago, 2017 was when I finished officially. I started working in 2016. I already got a job before I finished. When I started working in 2016, I had a 5-year plan. In my 5-year plan, I was starting out as a research scientist. In my 5-year plan, I said I will be engineer 3. That is what my head was telling me. But my guts was telling me, in 5 years, you'll be a director. But my practicality was telling me, in 5 years, you'll be engineer 3. In 4 years, I became a director. I moved from Canada to America to come and work here. I became a superstar in the industry, in this country. I won 2 national awards in manufacturing. Canada gave me like 10 awards. Most powerful women in Canada. 27 most influential Canadian immigrants. I just collect awards full everywhere. When I was in grad school, people who were in grad school with me, they couldn't believe that. Why? Because I wasn't like the star in grad school. But I was smart, but I wasn't star. But I was just preparing for work life. Because work life, we gotta kill it. The money I made in corporate for 5 years, I bought over 10 houses together with my husband. Those houses made me more money and more money. The business, the whole thing. So I could say that, yeah, I'm getting out of corporate. I don't want to work for anybody anymore. I live in this massive house. It's 7,000 square feet. This is what I want for you. I am tired of being the only one. Everywhere I've gone to career-wise, I'm usually the only one, the only woman, the only black person, the only young person. I have an accent like you. I went to Osu. Some of you went to OAU now. Now Osu, where people know rates, that's where I went to. With my Osu certificate. I don't have any school. I didn't go to any school in this America. In this America, we win awards. In this America, we do stuff. Yes, I went to school in Canada. I'm Canadian, so it's okay if Canada give me awards. But America is 10 times the size of Canada. We still came on top, becoming director and winning. With your Nigerian accent, with your Nigerian degree, with your Nigerian everything, let me help you get to the bag. Some people are selling their courses for you, $2,000, misleading you to come and cross career to something that is stupid, that is none of your business. I'm not going to do that. I'm an open career coach. I'm going to tell you where to go that is good for you, that's going to help you. Some people's issue, bootcamp cannot solve it. You need to talk to me directly. If that is you, get the mentorship program. $500 is not. People, the same program that I do, people are selling way less than that. Way less than that for $2,000. $2,000. Go on LinkedIn. People are writing stupid resumes for people for $1,000. Way less than what I offer for $500 right now. That's why the price is going up to $1,200. The price has to go up because we have to match the market to a certain extent. Before this price go up, get in. I'm a student. I'm just coming from back home. I don't have money. Get on the boot camp. 200 people is what we're taking. Don't let the gate shut. Every boot camp I have done, we've always sold that. If we reach number 200, we close the gates. Put your money where your mouth is. The success you're looking for, there's a price to pay for it. On the street of follow, you will not meet Dr. Adi there. My own career coaching is we want to use your work experience and your education to get you where you want to go. If you have to shift, your shift is small. It's not like this. Except if I feel like it's going to work out for you. Everybody, it's been awesome. Questions. I want to see questions. Do you have questions for me? Have you dropped the questions? Let's take questions for 10 minutes. I need you, ma'am, as my accountability partner. That is the mentorship program. On the mentorship program, you'll talk to me twice. I would edit your resume for you. I'll look at your skill mapping for you. Why do we do skill mapping? Let me put that in. The skill mapping is your holy grail. You have moved to a new country. You need to research the market. After you have decided that this is the career path that I want to go into, because I have now reinterpret what my role is supposed to be in this new country. Now I need to understand the market. What does this market need for me to position myself properly? I don't want to hear from one person. I want to understand from one company to another. What do they need? Skill mapping, our market research method, which is proprietary to me, is the method. Once you do the skill mapping, first of all, it will give you all the keywords that you need to lace in your resume so your resume can pop. Number two, it's a skill gap analysis. You will see the skill sets that they need for the job. Then you can ask yourself, what do I have versus what they need? Do I have enough or there's a gap? How wide is the gap? This helps you to understand what should you be learning. Instead of you going to buy courses that the curriculum is nothing, or just go and do courses because somebody said. Now, anything you want to learn, you are learning it because the market needs it. Your skill map told you the market needs it. There are so many people who have learned so many things that are not useful. The market did not ask for it. You just learned it because somebody said. When you do skill mapping, you don't listen to somebody said. The companies themselves, you see what they need. And you'll not see for one company, multiple companies. So you can understand the trend on the market. Some people have gotten certifications that they have no business getting. Some people have gone back to school when they don't have to go back. Some people have paid multiple money for coaching that they didn't teach them anything because they didn't check the curriculum. I don't want that to happen to you. So when you do skill mapping, you will get that. Now, as your accountability partner, I'll check your skill mapping to make sure it's good. I will work with you. Once you do your resume, I'm editing your resume with you. I'll check your resume with you to make sure it's ready. When I say it's ready, it's go time. Job application strategy, there's a training for that. You know, when you use this job application strategy, you will get interviews. That's why. Why would you not? There are multiple methods that you will get interviews. When you start to get interviews, I'll coach you. I'll to make sure you put your best foot forward for those interviews so you can get the job. When they now give you the offer, I will step in. Me and you, we will negotiate the offer. I would tell you what to write and ask them for more money. Nobody is getting underpaid. Statistics has shown in Canada, for example, that Black people are doing the jobs we are overqualified for. Why? Because titles like technician make our people go apply for technician jobs. Title like customer service representative make our people go apply for customer service representative job. My job is to change that. Statistics has also shown that Black people are underpaid the most everywhere around the world. We will change that with my pay negotiation skills. You're not getting lowballed under my watch. No, you know my first rule? Never accept the first offer. My people know. Never accept the first offer. When they give you a first offer, that is the lowest on the table. Wherever that first offer is coming from, there is more money. Dr. Adi will help you get it. If you come on the mentorship program, you get all of that. Now, for the boot camp, you get all of the teaching. You won't be able to write back to me to ask me questions. But what you would have is enough for you to go and get a job. Just take those 2 days. Know that when I'm coming for revival, I call it career revival. It's a revival. It's baptism. When you are done in that baptism, first of all, your confidence level will go bing bing. You heard me speak. I'm not white. I don't pretend. I don't have to speak American English. This is the same accent I've used to lead teams. This is the same accent that I used to sit on boards of organizations. This is the same accent that I used to win those awards. I'm like you. So let me teach you the strategies to win. This is the same accent that I used to make the money that I used to buy all those assets. And helped my mentees. This year alone, we are in March. 8 of my mentees have bought houses. 2 of them bought houses in Texas. Toronto, my people, they just the harvest house they go. Yeah, you can do that too. I helped somebody else, Indiana got another house. I'm waiting to share your own testimony that you've bought a house, that your life has moved forward. Yes, as a student, we can even get you that now. All right, I'm looking for more questions. I'm checking in the question box. I studied HR, both undergrad and master's, but do not really have enough work experience. Want to really work on that path. Now, it depends on the country you want to go to. HR. Are there jobs on the market for HR? There are jobs on the market, not a lot. Human resource manager. So I'm checking in Canada right now. How many jobs are available on the market for human resource manager? You see the number? 974, Canada. That is too small. Let me change this title to you see the number of jobs on the market? 14,000. Will I tell you to go and do human resource? No. So if you are thinking, I want to go back to school to study human resource, let that disappear from your head. Let your head be correct. Why? You can't come under my watch to go and do a course that doesn't have job. If you're under my watch, it's not allowed. I need to see what you have and help you choose career paths that will give you a job. That's how this works. When you come under, Dr. Hadi, help me. I'm on your mentorship program. I'm working with you for my admission. Best believe, if you listen to me, because I've also worked with some people. One girl was arguing with me. I want to do public communications. I want to do communications. That's what I want to do. She was arguing with me. She was fighting with me. I say, she be in a communication. You say you want to. Oh, yeah, take now. She be when she finish, she go regret her. She will. I know. I'm a career coach. I looked at her resume. I proposed better career paths that have jobs, that has money. She said, "Na communication." I go give her. Why am I saying this publicly? I'm tired of seeing Africans come here and live from hand to mouth because they have done the wrong course, because there was nobody guiding them, because they are looking for wrong job. They are looking for customer service job when they should be looking for customer success job. They are looking for IT support. Anything support will not pay you good money. IT support is like customer service. Now you're looking for IT support job, so they are paying you $40,000. That you should work with Dr. Adi so that we can get you 150. You are now stuck in IT support. You will not do that under my watch. Why? As a person of color, tell yourself, I don't want to add to the statistics of black people being underpaid. The statistics is already too high. I don't want my name to join the statistics of black people that are underpaid in this country. They said black people are underpaid by this percent. If me to go do not get a good job, the percentage increases. Don't join the percentage. Get help. The help you need is not too expensive right now. By next year, it's $1,200. Now that it's cheaper, get that help. For people who are back home, for people who are in Europe, for people who are in the UAE and all the environment, the floodgates are open for Canada to give you money, to give you your job, to give you papers. Use the opportunity to get on the bootcamp or mentorship program so we can get you to a better country. I have traveled the world. I'm not one of those people who says Canada is awesome because they haven't been somewhere else. I have lived in Europe. I lived for a while in the UK. I am living right now in Chicago, and I'm a Canadian. So if I tell you that Canada is the best place to go right now, I'm talking to you as an elite. I know what you can get in different parts of the world, and I know Canada offers the best for you right now as an immigrant. Easy access to paper. The jobs, we can get you 6-figure jobs. We know the way around that. More than everybody else, right now, it's a good place to go. If tomorrow, Canada had no correct, I will tweet our Minister of Immigration. He will respond. I'm not going to say in my own little way. It's not little way. I am a known Canadian. If I tweet our Prime Minister and our Immigration Minister, they acknowledge. So if my country is not the right place for you to go, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to be tweeting them. When I was in University of Saskatchewan, even before we got all this powerful stuff, I moved my university to remove IELTS for all Africans that are Anglophones. I went to our tribunal. I wrote letters against my university, and I told them Nigerians can never take IELTS. And they listened. They removed that. Nobody had to pay me for that. Some people are career coaches because that is important for all they want from there is money. I'm seeing them suck Africans dry, selfishly misleading people to go to career paths that are wrong because they want money. And don't let anybody do that to you. Don't. I'll be in the DM for 30 minutes. No, 40 minutes. I'll be in the DM for 40 minutes. If you have particular questions for me, I'll be there myself. My team, I have 3 people in there as well. You want the link to book the career coaching, boot camp upcoming, everything. Please come to the DM. You have questions, come to the DM. I'll be there. I'll come back here again tomorrow, Saturday. I'll come back here on Sunday. We have some good topics lined up, guys. Everybody got to get their money, get to the back. This is March. The first quarter is about to finish. Power must change hands. We can't just go through 2023 like we went through 2022. Let's apply new strategies so that we can land a job, so we can move to new places. We can't just keep sitting in the pool. I'm still sitting in the express entry pool. Let's change that this year. Let's get you work visa. Let's get visitors visa, convert to work visa. Let's get you admission, convert to work visa. God bless everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And I'll be in the DM. Chat me up there. I'll be there for about 30 minutes. Take care, everybody. Have a good evening. Share this with somebody. If this was helpful to you, please share it somewhere so that people who need this information can get it. God bless you. Have a good evening. Bye, everybody.